for the imitations, and we're going to move right on to the all-time single-season lineup for the Chicago White Sox. The best individual seasons enjoyed by a White Sox player. We have one at each position. We're going to walk you through it right here. Eddie Collins in 1920. John Hart does not remember that.
I have a scouting report on Joe Collins.
117 runs. Luke Appling in 1936 at shortstop. 128 RBIs for Appling. Albert Bell in 98, 152 RBIs with 49 home runs.
Come on, Albert.
He's the three-hole hitter. Frank Thomas in 91. At that time, arguably the most dangerous hitter in the game in 1991. He drove in over 100 runs. Dick Allen at first base, the MVP in 1972 with 37 home runs. Carlton Fisk behind the plate in 1985. He still hit 37 home runs as late as 1985. Harold Baines, we talked about him earlier, 29 home runs, over 300 in 1984. Robin Ventura at third base. People forget how productive he was while playing for those White Sox teams. 34 home runs in 1996. And Happy Felsch in center field. 1920. That 1920 team was loaded, apparently. And look at the innings pitched for Ed Walsh. 464 innings pitched.
They don't make them like that anymore. Come on, pitchers, 464 innings.
The pitch count was just a tad higher back then. Tell me about Albert Bell, because you knew him well in his Cleveland days.
Well, listen, it's a great story. He had that great year in '98, but in the early mid-'90s, he was with the Indians, and we went into Chicago. We had a little cork bat incident, and we had kind of a Donnybrook weekend there with the White Sox. In fact, when we left there, I told Mike Cargill, I said, look, after this weekend, we'll never go to work for the White Sox, because we had a little bit of a tussle. But Albert Bell, they signed him. He went out in '98 and had a big year for him.
So he did work for the White Sox.
He did work.
Who's on your mind?
You know, to me, I'm thinking about Carlton Fisk, because every time you went to the plate, he would talk your ear off. That's why the White Sox pitching staff was so good. He'd be talking to you, how's your day going, man? How you feeling? What's going on? He'd be like, hey, I'm trying to concentrate. He'd talk the whole time. He was a tremendous player.
Hall of Famer